Well, hello and welcome to another Tweet of the Week. And if you are looking closely, you will see that we've added something this week. We have artwork of a bird to go along with our tweeting. And I want to thank Randy Hernandez from Governor Thomas Johnson High School for allowing us to display his beautiful artwork. This week, I am joined by Tracey Lucas, who is our Executive Director of School Administration and Leadership. She does a lot of incredible things for our school system, and I'm going to have her talk about that. But first, we have to know, what is the Tweet of the Week?
Well, thank you, Dr. Albin. The Tweet of the Week this week comes from Glade Elementary School, from Principal Lorcan O'Hare, where he is talking about a student's work. And as we talked about in the opening, displaying a student's work, as the instructional leader of the building, that's something that's very important for principals, is to be out in classrooms, to be interacting with students, and to see what they're actually doing each and every day. And I think that has tremendous benefits. First of all, I think the students are very excited anytime their principal comes into their classroom. I was out in a school earlier this week, and every classroom that we entered, and the principal was giving me a tour, the students' faces lit up. They were so excited to see their principal. They were waving at their principal. They wanted her to come over and see their work. And so to see Mr. O'Hare out there in the classrooms looking at the students' work, first of all, is so exciting for the students. But I think it's actually also very important for the teachers to see the principal as the instructional leader out in the classrooms, coming in to see not only what the students are doing, but what the teachers are presenting and preparing for the students every day. And I think for the parents, it's also very exciting to see their students' work highlighted and to see them spending time with their principal. So I think there's benefits to all of the stakeholder groups in the school when the principal is out in the classrooms and taking a peek to see what's happening.
Absolutely, and I can tell you that I follow a lot of our principals on Twitter, and it's exciting for me to see some of the many things that are going on, and I was kind of surprised, but pleasantly, when talking to high school seniors, how much they follow different people on Twitter and are really paying attention to that. So I think even the students get excited when their class is mentioned. So you talked a lot about instructional leadership, and even though your title says administration, I know instruction is a big part of your role. So how about if you let folks know a little bit about what SAL does?
Okay, so SAL, or School Administration and Leadership, really covers a lot of different areas. In the SAL department, we have athletics, so Mr. Kevin Kendrow, who's the supervisor of athletics, is in that department. Student services, headed up by Ms. Kathleen Hartsock, is also a part of the SAL department. And under her would be our pupil personnel workers, our school counselors, our health services, and our homeless coordinator, all is under there. Ms. Doreen Bass does our grants, and we do a great job of really reaching out, looking for grants, and bringing resources into the system through the efforts of Ms. Bass. We also have supervision of all of the schools for Frederick County Public Schools, pre-K through 12. We have 5 instructional directors that handle the day in and day out support of our principals. And while we do look at things like how do we problem solve if there's a crisis or a situation, truly, when directors are out talking with principals in the schools, they're really focusing on what is the instruction looking like. They're reviewing data with their principals. They're talking about ways that they can improve. They're looking at the culture and the climate of the building and discussing that with the principals. And as folks know, we had a survey that we did back in the late fall, early winter. And so those results are in the hands of the principals and the schools. And so that's something else that the directors will be speaking with principals about. So it's really all encompassing. You know, you think about, oh, there are things that happen in a school daily that may require the assistance of a director, but we really do come back to instruction being our focus, because we know that we want the best possible experiences for our students, and our students are at the center of everything that we do.
And I've had the great pleasure of joining each of your directors on one of those visits. Wonderful conversation, and once again, a professional growth opportunity to have the director and the administrators talking and thinking about instruction, because yes, you have to run a school, you're helping us run a system, but that's the heart of what we do. One of my favorite things that SAL does is the administrators boot camp in the summer.
Yes.
And helping people who have been trained professionally still think about what are the questions that are going to come up when I'm sitting in the chair. So it's a busy team throughout the entire year, and a critical element for for getting the work done in Frederick County Public Schools. So Tracey, I cannot thank you and all of the members of SAL enough for the work you do to make FCPS a special place. And keep on tweeting.
Thank you, we will. And again, we love what we do. And again, serving our students brings us the greatest joy.
Thank you for joining us for Tweet of the Week. Keep those tweets coming.